Hello and welcome back, guys. Bushcraft family here. Now, Saturdays I usually don't put out a video. I try to unwind on the weekends, but sometimes there are subjects that need to be put out there, and some things need to be said and whatnot. As you can see, the fancy stuff in my background there, you can, and hopefully by the title you can see what we're going to be talking about. But before we get started on that subject there, I got a lot of mixed feelings about my video that I put out yesterday, and the moral the there to me, I had no, trying to put this in words where I don't get in trouble. Basically, I have nothing against um, different races having their own groups and things like that. That's wonderful. All there's uh, Native American Indians. They have their own group. Every Italians. I can go down the list. But the thing is, you have a group. I don't care. Be it whatever it is. The thing that I disagree with is if those groups are built upon hate, plain and simple. Um, to me, that that doesn't go anywhere. It's built on hate. It's just wrong, and I'll just leave it at that. If you haven't watched the video, it'll be the one before this one, so go ahead and check it out, and then you decide what you think on this. I did get a lot of, because I put certain names and things in the title. I did get a lot of bad things with that, and majority of people kind of agreed with me. I may have not put the message out plain enough, I guess, but um, that's what it is. To me, if a group is, or organization or anything is built on upon hate, it's, to me, I don't agree with it. It's just not right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the subject at hand. And before we get started, um, I am going to put a couple keywords. That way, you know what I'm talking about throughout this video. One of them being the thing that's behind us, the sickness that's happened in the last couple years. We're going to call that CV. Okay, everybody knows what this word is and what I'm getting at right there. And the thing that they put in you that is supposed to protect you, we're going to be calling that the juice. Okay, just to make sure everybody understands where I'm coming from and why I have to do this, because it's very touchy subject on YouTube. So, and what I'm going to bring you is facts from actual doctors and whatnot. So let me go ahead and switch this over. I'm sorry to make this it sound so complicated and everything, but you'll understand. Okay, as you can see, the PHS report, and I do believe that's I can't remember the name of it. It's Scotland. Yeah, it's a physical. I forget what it is, but it's a medical place. I don't know what you want to call it, but anyway, the fully juiced accounts for 9 in every 10 CV deaths over the past 4 months. And that's the people have been fully juiced. They have data, and this is in the UK. No, I'm not saying this is it, this is the facts. It's everywhere, but they are on the same stuff that is being given out in the United States and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to skip this a little bit here, but however, whilst the mainstream media has got you talking about who got what in their Secret Santa that took place in 10 Downey Street in December 20, I don't, whatever this is about. They've managed to distract you from the fact that the UK government is slowly boiling the nation once again by drip feeding restrictions back into play week by week in response to an alleged new, I guess I could say it, a variant that is yet to claim a single soul. And I do believe that's in the United States also. The United Kingdom will end up back in lockdown without anyone even realizing it has happened. Now, you may, for us over in the United States and Canada, well, we'll be getting to Canada here shortly. You may think, oh, well, that doesn't have anything to do with us. It kind of does. It is coming around for everyone. And I'm not saying it's going to be the same here or whatnot, or it may be next year we're going to start seeing this stuff. But we need to start preparing for this just in case. And information like this is very important. I really hope this video stays up. But anyway, but what they also managed to distract you from is the latest data from public health data, which shows that over the past 4 months, the double and triple juiced population have accounted for 6 in every 10 CV cases, 7 in every 10 CV hospitalizations, and 9 in every 10 CV deaths. Now, mind you, this is supposed to be the thing that is supposed to be protecting us from the CV. Oh, there's it there, the Public Health Scotland. Okay. That's the people that's been doing these studies. And this is top-notch test and everything. They go through all this data and they found out who's been juiced and who hasn't and what they've been juiced with and all that stuff. But they published a weekly report containing the statistics for CV cases, hospitalizations, and deaths by juiced status. The latest of which was published on Wednesday, 8th December, containing data on cases and hospitalizations between the 6th of November and the 3rd of December 2021. And the data on deaths between 30th October and November of 26. Okay. What we've all got that down. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go down to these graphs that they have released, and here you can see it as CV cases by juiced status in Scotland. Okay, and as you can see, the unjuiced is the green one. One juice is the yellow, and the double and 3 juiced is the red. And as you can see here, yep. And it's pretty. I mean, the un is a little bit higher in some cases, like in September, but it does go down as you can see over here, though. There is an increase, and the red, that is the fully done. And I have a cat being annoying over there. Stop it. Psst. Okay, we'll go down to the next graph. Hopefully you guys can make this out a little bit better. Sorry, guys. And this is numbers for the CV cases by juiced status. And the un is the green. The one dose is the orange, and the 2 and 3 is the red. As you can see, the red is overtaking the green. And over here you see the one dose. And that's kind of interesting that the one dose seems to be the best situation there. But yet they are calling for juiced, the B juiced, the third one, so much. And it continues this way. This is just the unjuiced and the juiced, the red being the juiced. This is hospitalizations, and as you can see, yeah, red has overtaken the unjuiced. And these are all reports from doctors and hospitals and everything in the UK. So hopefully this doesn't get flagged saying it's not true, but this is actual data. This is actual data from credible companies that are putting this out. And this is what we need. We need companies that will not take bribes, will not say, oh, we'll give you these numbers and don't look at those numbers. Actual data to put this stuff up there. This is the stuff that would make it easier for me if I wanted to go and get juiced. I would want to look at these numbers and say, well, it doesn't look like it's working very well, but the one dose seemed like it was actually working. So it's stuff like this that we need to know. We don't need to be in the dark. It would be so much better. There wouldn't have to be all these stupid mandates and things like it. And we're going to come down to the deaths. Green, and like I said, this is the 4 months. Here we have the unjuiced and the juice, red being the juiced. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers right here. It doesn't make sense compared to what they're telling us. We'll look at September through the 18th to the 24th here. There were 29 deaths by unjuiced people, and 129 that were juiced. More than 100 extra people lost their lives Now, I'm not saying if they didn't have this stuff, it would have changed any different, but it seems that there's there's something going on here. Um, Either they're just pumping us full of this stuff, giving us false hopes and things like that. Um, but we'll head over to another story. It's the same subject basically, but different country. Japan places myocarditis. I'm probably butchering that name, but it's basically when fluids wrap around or your heart, the outer shell of your heart or something like that, swells up with fluids and stuff, and bad things happen. And let's go ahead and read about this a little bit. Japan announces that public and private sectors cannot discriminate against those who refuse the experimental. Um, I'm not sure I can say all this stuff right here, but you kind of get where it's going. Hopefully, you guys can read that. It's the thing. I do believe I'll get in trouble if I say this bit right here. But it's these guys right here, this experimental things that they're doing. The cats are going crazy. But you get where I'm going with this. They're already saying they don't want to discriminate against those who refuse because this is an experimental thing, the juice that they're putting in you. And they've done studies, and they have found out that this stuff is affecting some people's hearts in this way and giving them that, I don't know if it's a disease or whatever it's called, but yeah. The efforts from Japan's health authority are in stark contrast to deceive measures taken by other countries to cohere citizens into taking the juiced, downplaying side effects and discouraging proper advice events reporting. Averse event reporting. Yeah, my reading sucks. But basically, what they're getting at is other countries are not saying what side effects are, and it's 100% safe and it protects you and this and that. And if you're not juiced, then you're an evil person and you're spreading all this junk all over everybody and whatnot. And this goes on and puts in all the information about their studies and all this. And these are doctors that have been basically forced into taking this stuff, and they are actually finding out that it could harm them in the end. And I do applaud other countries that are standing up to. Cat's going crazy again. Sorry. Like I said, it's studies like this and countries doing this. This is what we need. We don't need the other stuff like the UK's doing to their citizens, Australia, New Zealand. The list goes on, and it's only getting worse. They're finding people in Australia if they don't have it. They're locking them up. It's just a whole thing. And we're going to go to this next, and this is a little bit closer to home, guys. This is our friends up in the north, Canada. no juice, no eat. And yes, I'm not saying that word either because I think they're adding those our little safe words to the list there. But anyway, yeah, no juice, no eat. And we're going to go skip right down to here to where Queensland supermarkets, pharmacies, and other essential businesses could have the ability to mandate juiced and exclude unjuiced people, according to the state's small business minister. Anyone entering a cafe, restaurant, bar, club, pub, theater, cinema, museum, library, or sport stadium will need to be fully juiced under a statewide mandate from December 17th. Yeah, the mandate doesn't extend to essential services like grocery stores, but small business minister Di Farmer says, I'm not sure that's how you say it or anything, but all private businesses are allowed to opt in to the mandate. And I'm sure they're going to have their own way to make sure that happens. Once again, the private sector is drafted to do the government's dirty work. Sounds familiar? I hope every libertarian starves. And it goes on and on about this. And you can say, yeah. But there you have it, guys. Already things about this have already started in our country. There are reports New York is doing this, California. So we need to be prepared for this, that things that we hear, oh my, that's just horrible that's happening over there. And, ooh, how could they do this to their... Boy, I'm glad we live in the good US of A, that this will never happen to us. Guys, it's slowly heading this way. Do some research on what's going on in New York and other places. There are some states that are fighting it, but there are some that are not. We'll just put it that way. And hopefully they let this message go out without me being penalized for this. That's all I can say. I just hope. I'm trying to figure out a good way. Well, you guys will understand. We'll see whatever I title this, but I've been thinking the whole time when I'm doing this video and stuff, how I'm going to label this so that the message gets out there. And yes, this new variant, be it like I said before, it hasn't taken one soul. But they're playing it like it's very bad. Now, either they're trying to do it in fear, or there's something that they're not telling us. But for me, this new one, the symptoms are very, very limited, very weak and stuff. To me, this would be the perfect variant to put out into the public. Make everybody sick for a couple days, and then be done with this whole mess. You get your immunity to this stuff. That's what your bodies were made to do. I do know there are some, just like the normal FLU thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can even say that word. But it happens. People get put in the hospital for that. They get on respirators for that. I'm not saying that this CV is not bad or anything or not good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's not dangerous, but it is. It can be dangerous to some people, and it cannot be dangerous for others. I think sticking us with all this stuff that we don't know about, then they hide the truth about it, and evidently when we get data from companies and things that actually show us the truth about this stuff, it's can we trust our own government? Who knows? I don't. But anyways, I blabbed long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I That was a dumb thing. Of course, you're not going to enjoy this. Hope it sheds light on the subject, I guess. Until next time, be safe and God bless. Merry Christmas.